Howdy humans, welcome back to my channel. It's Micah and today we are going to be doing a budgeting video by request. First of all, if this is your first time here, hi, welcome. This channel is about cash stuffing, budgeting, we do savings challenges, and I really just try and make it fun and simple for everyone to understand. I am a single mom. I have 2 teenagers still at home. I have 3 adult children. I have a single income. Sometimes I have a little bit of side hustle money if I'm working it, if I sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, that sort of thing. If you are coming back again, thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I hope you find value here and you will subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hopefully just have some fun. Like, I'm a money nerd, so I think this stuff is fun. Like I said, I do subscribe to the Keep It Simple method. What I'm going to show you today works for my brain and my financial situation. I hope that you can glean some little nuggets of inspiration here. This is not financial advice, it's just what I do. So to start with, what you see here is a budgeting, here's the blank one, is a budgeting spreadsheet that I use. I created this. The blank PDF that you see here will be linked down below for free if you want to use this. I hope that you like it and feel free to print it out as many times as you want, okay? Now, for my copy, I have all of my categories already entered because my income is always pretty much the same. My expenses are always pretty much the same. This doesn't change a lot. So I feel pretty safe having everything like in here, and I can always make changes as I want to, right? So this is what I've got. I am a salaried employee, which means that my paycheck is basically the same every single payday. They're both good and bad things to that situation, but it is what it is, right? So how I start is I grab my planner and I have highlighted like each section by payday. My pay this time, the 22nd, is what we're working with today, and I use that money to start the next month. So this will cover bills from the 22nd all the way through to the 6th, because the 7th is my next payday. So as you can see, I have my little bill due stickers with which bill that is. I use those as I'm planning my week to make sure that any bills that are not on auto pay, which is very few, but make sure that I go in and actually pay them before they're due so that I don't get any late fees or anything like that. So what we do with the first paycheck is, first of all, my check is $1,683. Okay, so I write that there. With this check, we pay rent, which is $1,050, Apple, which is $1, HBO, which is $16, and Netflix, which is $23. And I'm just going to highlight these here to make it easier for y'all to see which ones we're actually doing out of this upper category. The remainder of these are paid on my next check, the one on the 7th. So I'll take those and I'll put my 1683, make sure y'all can see this, minus 1050, minus 1, minus 16, minus 23. That leaves me $593 for the rest of this. And usually I kind of have this in a weird layout. I actually usually start with my variable expenses. So let me just do this. $593, okay? So for groceries, I budget $200. Smokes gets $50. I know. Just, we don't talk about it. Gas is getting $50. And then eating out gets $65. Household gets $25. Kids is just getting $20 this time because we went to like one of those jump zone places. We just did that and stuff. So that's just a little bit of extra. We probably won't really do a whole lot. Spending gets 50. Giving gets 10. Supplies gets 10. And then going out gets 40. Okay, so that leaves $73. Now, I actually have this payday, or this time period. Let me check real quick. Okay, I had to go and check. I actually have an additional $220 from kids paying phone bills and things like that. I pay the bills in full for phone and insurance every month, and then my kids essentially reimburse me. So that's what that is. And I forgot that I had that there. So 73 plus the 220 leaves us with actually 293. Okay, so school lunch gets 10. School itself gets 5. Holidays gets 15. Emergency fund gets 25. Jenna gets 5 and Wyatt gets 5. I'm going to skip that one for right now. Clothes gets 10. Birthdays gets 20. Pets gets 25. Subscriptions gets 10. Dental gets 10. Medical gets 10. Car maintenance, I'm giving 20 this time. Girls' Day, we're doing 5. Beauty, we're doing 5. Glasses and investing are both getting 5 apiece. And then Emma Trip is going to get 10. And so that leaves $93 to go into savings challenges, which is, I like to have around $100 for my second paycheck to go to savings challenges. It's fun for me. That's how I like to do it. So, and then you'll see over here, we've got these low priority sinking funds. Let me bring it up a little bit closer here. Okay, these low priority sinking funds, I very, very rarely actually allocate any money from my paychecks to these categories. These are funded basically exclusively through savings challenges. We have Passport, which is, I don't anticipate being able to travel out of the country, at least for the next couple of years. So I'm not in any hurry to get that funded. Frivolous shit is literally what it says. It is my money to just like spend ridiculously and not worry about it. And then Jacob, Alex, and Matthew, those are my 3 adult children. They are living their lives, doing their thing. They're great. Like, they're fine. But I kind of refer to these as my spoiling categories. The money that goes into these is used for if they have a particular need, if something happens. I mean, y'all know what it's like being a young adult and kind of figuring life out and how it works. You know, your car breaks down, or, you know, a weird expense comes up that you didn't even know was a thing or hadn't thought about, that sort of thing, just so I can maybe help ease the load, or maybe to buy them something that they've mentioned that they would like to have, but they're not going to spend the money on it for themselves, or they're not going to get like the higher quality version of something. They're just going to get the cheapest, and I can help them get something that's maybe a little better quality. Or it's just to give them money just because I love them and I want to. So those are just kind of spoiling categories. So that's how that comes out. Now, the next thing that we do, we've got all this, okay, is we go to this cash from bank section. I have each denomination listed out here from 100 to 1, and I go through and I tally up first how many of each I need. Okay, so for rent, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 $100 bills and 150. For Apple, we need a 1. For HBO, we need a 10, a 5, and a 1. For Netflix, we need a 20 and and then 3 ones. So for our variable expenses, we need 2 100s. Smokes gets a 50. Gas, I usually do 20, 40, 50. I do 2 20s and a 10. That way I have kind of smaller bills. I have a small car, so, I don't spend a whole lot in gas. Going out gets 2 20s. Eating out gets 20, 40, 60, and 5. Household gets 25. Kids gets 20. Spending, again, I do 20, 40, and 50. Giving, 10. Supplies, 10. And then for our higher priority sinking funds, I go through and do the exact same thing. So 10, 5, 15, 25, 5, 10, 20, 25, 10, 10, 10, 20. And I've got 4 more 5s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we've got this $93. I don't generally have a big rhyme or reason for this. Okay, I just kind of like, what do I feel like doing? So I think for the $93, I think I'm gonna do 33 ones. So 1, 2, and that doesn't work right, or it works, but it's not pretty. And then, so that leaves $60. So I'm gonna do 20 and 10s, and then that leaves 40. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That should add up to 1683. Well, plus the 220. Okay. So that should come up to 1903 is what we're looking for here. Okay. We have 5, 10, we have 12 $100 bills, which is $1,200. We have 2 50s, which is $100. We have 5, 10, 15. We have 16 20s, which is, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, my brain just kind of broke as I was trying to do very simple math. 10s, we've got 5, 10. We have 14 10s, which is $140. And then 5s, got 5, 10, 15, 21. Okay, which is 50, which is 105. And then 1s, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, which is $38. So let's see. Let's make sure this maths. 1,200 plus 100 plus 320 is 105. 1903. So our total withdrawal amount will be $1,903. Okay. And so then what I will do is I will either take this whole sheet or I'll just pop out a Post-it and write it down because I have a problem. I have so many Post-its. So I'll just do that a lot of times. I take it to the bank, give it to the teller. They give me my money. I come home and film a cash stuffing video for y'all. That's how it works. That's it, you guys. Now, when I first started this, I will tell you, if you are just starting out and you are like, I don't know what I'm doing. The first thing, the way that I came to all of these numbers and these categories, I printed out my bank statements. And I went through and I highlighted every single category in a different color, first off, because it makes me happy. But then I literally wrote down, okay, groceries, eating out, this was a kid expense. This was going out. This was household. And some of those numbers were a little funky because like before I started doing cash stuffing, if I went to Walmart, I paid for everything together. When I go in now, I do separate transactions. If I have a gallon of milk and a package of paper towels, I do 2 separate transactions and I pay from my grocery envelope and my household envelope. I do try and go when there aren't a lot of people, when it's not super busy. That way, I'm an anxious girly and I don't want people to be upset if I'm taking too long. But that's how I did it. And then I literally started just with one payday. And it did take me probably a good month to really feel okay with how things were going and to really kind of get in the swing of things. So if you're new and you're just starting and you feel kind of anxious or like it's a little chaotic, just take a deep breath, make the tweaks that you need to tweak, because like I said, some of these amounts were not quite right. Or as I, when I saw that what we were spending on eating out, I was like, nope, we are not doing that. And so I set an amount and we've mostly stuck to it. But if you find that because of your lifestyle, you need to spend a little more on gas, for example, than you thought that you would, it's okay. Be reasonable with yourself. And especially if you have debt that you're working towards paying, this will really help you see where your money's going and finding those extra dollars to send to debt. Okay? I know y'all can do it. I know you can. We're in this together. Every dollar counts. Okay? I would love to hear what you think of this. If you have questions, comments, concerns, feedback, let me know down below. I look forward to hearing from you. And if you print out my little sheet and you like it and you use it, tell me. Like, I would love to know that. So that's all for this video. Next up is our cash stuffing. I'll see you next time. Bye.